Have you ever found yourself in a relationship that starts off perfectly? At first, she seems as invested in you as you are in her, and everything feels incredible. But then, out of the blue, she starts pulling away. Texts become less frequent, affection fades, and you're left wondering what went wrong. What if I told you that the key to turning this around isn't to chase her harder, but to do the exact opposite? The painful truth is, many men make the mistake of holding on too tightly because they're afraid to let go. Today, I'm going to show you the crucial moment when stepping back can actually make her want you more. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this strategy works and how it can empower you to shift the dynamics of your relationship. Get ready to stop being an option and start being the prize. We'll also explore an invaluable lesson from Stoicism: detachment. The Stoics understood something thousands of years ago that many men today ignore. When you release what you can't control, you gain true control over your life. In today's world, it can feel like you have to constantly prove your worth to women, as if their attention defines who you are. But here's the truth. When you chase her, you lose respect in her eyes. When you show her that you need her, she'll start to lose interest. Detachment isn't about being cold or indifferent. It's about recognizing your own value and not placing her on a pedestal. Embracing this timeless principle will not only make her crave your attention, but it will also put you back in control of your own life. If you're ready to stop being the one chasing and start being the one pursued, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the first lesson. 1. The moment you step back. This is where the real transformation begins. If you've been the one constantly reaching out, texting, calling, or initiating, when you suddenly stop, she will notice. It's like taking away something she's taken for granted. She might not realize how much she values you until you're gone. You create a void in her life, and that void gets louder the longer you stay away. Ask yourself, when was the last time she genuinely reached out to you? If she's gotten used to your constant presence, she might not appreciate it anymore. But once you stop being her emotional backup, she'll start wondering, where did he go? This requires a lot of hard work. I request you to please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Women are naturally drawn to challenge. If you're always there, you become predictable, and that can lead to boredom. By stepping back and taking back your time, you shift the dynamic, forcing her to question her feelings. Stop being the one who texts first, asks to hang out, or always makes sacrifices. Why let her control your self-worth? Every time you chase her or prioritize her needs over your own goals, you're sending the message that she's more important than you. Society tells us men should seek validation from women, but here's the truth. You owe her nothing. When you seek her approval, you lose your value. Your worth comes from how you invest in yourself, your body, your mind, your passions. Once you realize this, you'll stop bending over backward for her and understand that your time and energy are too valuable to waste on someone who doesn't appreciate you. Women can sense when a man lacks self-respect. If you're constantly looking for her validation, you're at risk of losing her respect. The moment you show her you don't need her to feel complete, her perception of you will shift. You won't be the guy chasing her anymore. You'll be the man focused on his own growth. That's where true attraction lies. Don't base your worth on her responses. If she ignores your texts or doesn't reciprocate, that's her loss, not yours. 2. Understanding your own worth. True attraction starts with recognizing and appreciating your own value. Too often, men fall into the trap of seeking validation from women, thinking their worth is tied to her attention. This mindset not only damages your self-esteem, but it also breeds unhealthy dynamics in relationships. When you understand your worth, you shift your focus from trying to impress her to investing in yourself. This means acknowledging your strengths, passions, and unique qualities. Remember, your value isn't dependent on anyone else's approval. It's intrinsic to who you are. When you fully embrace this understanding, you radiate confidence, and confidence is irresistibly attractive. Knowing your worth frees you from feeling the need to chase. Instead of bending over backward for her attention, you start living life on your own terms, pursuing your goals and passions. This shift is powerful. When you prioritize your growth and well-being, you send a strong message that you are not just another option, but someone who values himself. Women are attracted to men who recognize their worth because it signals strength and self-assurance. So take time to reflect on what makes you special. Invest in your passions, whether that's fitness, your career, or hobbies. As you build a life that reflects your true self, you'll feel better about yourself, and you'll also become more attractive to others. Understanding your worth allows you to set boundaries and make decisions that align with your values. It helps you detach from the fear of rejection and embrace the idea that if someone doesn't appreciate you for who you are, they don't deserve a place in your life. The more you appreciate yourself, the more others will appreciate you too. Stop seeking validation and start recognizing your value. This shift will create an irresistible aura that draws people in, ultimately changing the dynamics of your relationships. 3. How she reacts to your absence. At first, she might seem unaffected. The reality is, many women are used to men constantly showering them with attention, so when you pull back, her ego might not immediately feel the impact. She might believe she's better off without you, surrounded by other admirers. But deep down, women don't like losing control. When she realizes you're no longer chasing her, it will unsettle her. Women crave attention just like men crave respect. As soon as you stop validating her, she'll start to feel the absence. She'll find herself checking her phone, wondering why you're not there. This isn't about playing games, it's about showing that you won't beg for her attention anymore. Once she realizes this, she'll be the one reaching out to you. Why detachment boosts attraction. Many men misunderstand this concept. Society tells us that showering her with attention, gifts, and affection will win her over. But the truth is, the more you chase, the faster she runs. Women are biologically attracted to strength and mystery, not desperation. Constant availability signals weakness, and weakness kills attraction. Detachment doesn't mean being rude or ignoring her. It means conserving your energy and focusing on your own life. When you shift your attention away from her and invest in yourself, she'll sense the change. You won't be the needy guy anymore. You'll be the man with options, unafraid to walk away. In a world of instant gratification, your detachment becomes a powerful asset. She's used to men bombarding her with messages, but when you step back, she'll start to wonder what you're up to. Curiosity will turn into attraction, and that air of mystery is exactly what keeps her interested. 5. Overcoming the fear of losing her. This is where many men falter. The fear of losing her can be paralyzing, right? You might think that if you don't keep texting, calling, or bending over backward, she'll forget about you and move on. But let me ask you, what kind of woman would leave just because you decided to take a step back? If she does, that reveals her true character. She never truly valued you in the first place. Here's a hard truth. If she doesn't respect you, she doesn't deserve you. The fear of losing her is just that, fear. It's an illusion created by a society that insists your worth is tied to how much you chase women. The truth is, if you're chasing her, you've already lost. Flip the script. Fear is her weapon, not yours. She uses it to keep you in pursuit, to make you afraid of losing her attention or approval. But that approval doesn't matter. What truly matters is that you stop fearing the possibility of walking away. Have you ever been in a relationship that starts off wonderfully? At first, it feels like she's just as committed as you are, and everything seems perfect. But then, out of nowhere, she begins pulling away. The messages become less frequent, the affection fades, and you find yourself wondering what went wrong. What if I told you that the solution isn't to chase her harder, but to do the exact opposite? Here's the harsh truth. Many men fail because they fear letting go. Today, I'm going to explain why stepping back can actually make her want you more. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this strategy works and how it can empower you to shift the dynamic in your relationship. Get ready to stop being an option and start being the prize. Let's dive into a profound lesson from Stoicism: detachment. The Stoics understood something long ago that many men overlook today. By letting go of things you can't control, you actually gain control over your life. In our modern world, it often feels like we have to prove our worth to women, like their attention is what validates us. But the truth is, the more you chase her, the less respect she'll have for you. When you show that you need her, she'll lose interest quickly. Detachment isn't about being cold or indifferent. It's about recognizing your own value and not putting her on a pedestal. By embracing this principle, you can not only make her desire your attention, but also regain control of your own life. If you're tired of being the one chasing and ready to be the one pursued, you're in the right place. Let's break it down. Step 1. The moment you step back. This is where the magic begins. If you're always the one texting, calling, or making plans, when you suddenly stop, she'll notice. It's like taking away something she never realized she valued. You'll create a void in her life, and that void will grow louder the longer you stay away. Ask yourself, when was the last time she reached out to you? If you've always been available, she might not have appreciated it. But when you stop being there for her, she'll wonder where you went. Women love a challenge. If you're always around, you become predictable, and predictability leads to boredom. By reclaiming your time and stepping back, you'll change the dynamic. She'll start questioning her feelings and wondering why you're no longer available. Step 2. Understanding your own worth. True attraction comes from knowing your value. Too many men get caught in a cycle of seeking validation from women, believing that their worth depends on her attention. This mindset undermines your self-esteem and creates unhealthy dynamics in your relationship. When you realize your value isn't tied to her approval, you start investing in yourself, your passions, your growth, and your strengths. This shift in focus makes you more attractive because confidence is irresistible. When you prioritize your own growth and well-being, you send a message. You're not just another option. You're someone who values himself. Women are drawn to men who recognize their own worth because it signals strength and self-assurance. Step 3. How she reacts to your absence. Initially, she might seem unaffected. Modern women are used to constant attention, so when you pull back, she might think she's fine without you. But deep down, something will change. Women crave attention, and when they stop receiving it from you, they begin to miss it. She'll check her phone wondering where you are. When you're no longer there to fill her emotional void, she'll feel it, and that feeling will only intensify as time goes on. Step 4. Why detachment boosts attraction. Many men misunderstand the power of detachment. Society tells you that you need to shower her with attention to win her over, but that's not true. The more you chase, the more she runs. Detachment isn't about being rude, it's about conserving your energy and focusing on your own life. When you pull away, you become the man with options, someone who isn't afraid to walk away. This shift in energy creates mystery, and mystery is incredibly attractive. Step 5. Overcoming the fear of losing her. Fear of losing her is the trap many men fall into. You might think that if you don't keep texting, calling, or showing up, she'll forget about you and move on to someone else. But ask yourself, what kind of woman would leave because you decided to take a step back? If she does, that reveals her true feelings. The fear of losing her is just an illusion created by society's pressure to prove your worth. In reality, if you're chasing her, you've already lost. Step 6. Focusing on personal growth. While she wonders where you've gone, you're busy leveling up. You're hitting the gym, working on your career, and pursuing your passions. You're not waiting around for her to notice you. You're making yourself better for yourself. When she sees you focusing on your own growth, getting stronger, more confident, and more successful, it drives her wild. She starts to realize you're outgrowing her, and that thought will only make her want you more. Step 7. How she begins to miss you. As you stop chasing and become more focused on your own life, she starts to feel the weight of your absence. She might try to make you jealous by posting pictures with friends or hanging out with other guys, but don't be fooled. Each time she checks her phone and doesn't see your messages, she'll start to wonder why you're no longer there. As the absence grows, so does her longing for your attention. Step 8. The realization of what she lost. This is the tipping point, when she finally understands what she's lost. You were her rock, her emotional support, and now that you're gone, she realizes she can't replace what you gave her. She might seek validation from other men, but deep down, she knows they can't compare to you. The moment she recognizes what she's truly lost, she'll start second-guessing everything she thought she could replace. Step 9. Why detachment empowers you. The biggest mistake many men make is giving up their power in relationships. Society tells you that the more you give, the more you'll receive. But that's not true. Detachment is about realizing you are the prize. When you stop chasing and start focusing on your own path, you become stronger, more attractive, and in control. Women don't want a man who's emotionally dependent on them. They want someone who knows his worth and is willing to walk away if necessary. Step 10. The final shift from chasing to being chased. In today's world, women are used to being chased by men who constantly pursue them. But when you detach and focus on yourself, you disrupt the norm. Now she's left wondering why you're not chasing her, and that doubt will make her start to question everything. Women crave what they can't have, and when you stop making yourself available, you become the rare prize. So, remember this. When you stop chasing and start living for yourself, everything changes. You become the one who's pursued, and when she does reach out, make sure you let her prove she's worthy of your time and attention. Your power lies in detachment. It's not about playing games. It's about respecting yourself and your value. You are not just another option. You are the prize. So step back, focus on your growth, and watch how the dynamic shifts in your favor. If this resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and join our community of men who are taking control of their lives and relationships. And remember, when you know your worth, the world becomes your playground. Keep growing and stay confident.